Okay, so I'm posting this video because, well, it's slightly like a request. I mean, I've told this story a bunch of times because for some reason, every time I'm hanging out with this one friend of mine, she has me tell this story because she thinks it's funny and I really don't care. But this is the tale of Dead Frank. Now, I don't know if anybody really remembers too well, but about 3 or 4 years ago, there was a blackout on the whole eastern seaboard, whatever, people running around crazy, the end of the world was coming. Either way, I was sent downstairs to purchase ice and batteries. Note, I live on the 13th floor. Well, at the time I lived on the 13th floor. So I walk downstairs and I get the ice, I get the batteries, but on my way out I pass this dude, old cat. I know this dude, nigga named Frank. I pass him, he's apparently going home, the elevator's not working, so you know, he's walking up the steps or whatever. So I get my shit, have my little fucking shopping cart and everything, I'm gonna pull it up the steps. I'm walking up the steps, I have this little tiny ass flashlight, because the lights are flickering on and off, you know, so whatever. I have the flashlight and I'm walking up the steps and I see something up on the top of the stairwell. And it's like some stuff, but I can't really see. I can't really make it out. It's like ahead of me, and I'm like, I know this ain't people like fucking around trying to do some shit. Like somebody's gonna jump out of here, because I will have to fuck them up, like with my shopping cart and everything. So I walk up a little bit more, and I see somebody laying down, and I'm like, okay, maybe somebody's asleep, maybe something fucked up. I don't know. And I get up close, get right there, and I see it's that nigga Frank, and he's dead. Maybe he was dying, I don't know, but either way, he wasn't moving, he was knocked out, blood on the ground, he hit his head on the pipe or whatever, I don't know if he had a heart attack, hit his head on the pipe and then died, vice versa, I don't know, but either way, he was on the ground, blood everywhere, okay, I'm like, fine. I don't know what floor I'm on. I assume I'm on the 7th floor because he lived on the 7th floor, but it turned out I was on the 6th floor. I couldn't tell what floor I was on because like a week before there was a fire and there was smoke and a bunch of shit was missing in the stairwell. The numbers where you were, it was just like fucked up. You couldn't tell where you were until you got to the 10th floor. It was just a big old story. So I walked down the steps backwards with the shopping cart, the ice, the batteries, the whole nine. I go to the wrong apartment because I still think I'm on the 7th floor. I knock on the wrong person's door and they answer and I'm like, okay, whatever. And this woman answers the door. She's like, who the fuck are you? You alright? What's the problem? And I'm like, yeah, there's a guy. He's dead, Frank. Yeah, he's dead. He's in the stairwell. Come see. And she's like, what? I'm like, yeah, you need to do something about that. I don't know if you have a landline or something. You need to call 911. Get somebody here. Because Frank is dead and in the stairwell. And she's like, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm fine, whatever. And I take her. I show her. She's looking up and she's like, oh shit, dead guy. And I'm like, exactly. And she's like, you need a drink? Are you okay? And I'm like, no, I'm fine. I need to keep going, you know, home. So I go into a separate stairwell. I walk up the steps. Everybody's there. Like, okay, Kai, what's going on? What's going on? I'm like, oh, I'm fine. I got everything. But Frank is dead. He's downstairs on like the 7th floor. But I got mixed up. So if anybody wants to call 911 to do some shit about it, go ahead and handle that. And then my neighbor goes, he's dead and in the stairwell. She ducks down the stairwell like she's gonna see it. Nope, we're on the 13th floor now. And I'm like, he's on the 7th floor. You're not gonna see shit. But I'm pretty sure he had a heart attack and hit his head on the pipe. But that nigga is dead. And that is basically the story of Dead Frank, the blackout, the ice, and my 90-pound self because I was like 18 and 90 pounds and half dead.